Hey, it's Myers. I want to do a video this morning. I don't know why I say this morning. You guys don't know what fucking time it is, and you don't care. You're going to watch this video whenever you watch it. But I want to do a video, kind of like the kid death video I did the other day, about one of my childhood favorites. I grew up in this punk club at Sioux City, Iowa, that was a real fucking shithole, and and it was reflective of my town. Real lower working class, packing house town, and it's really downtrodden. There's a lot of people who work really fucking hard. The way I would describe Sioux City is, how Detroit was once great, and there was a lot of money in Detroit. Detroit was Motor City. It was the fifth biggest city in the country, and over the years of layoffs and the declining auto industry, that Detroit's just shriveled and shrank and become a shell of its former self. Sioux City's kind of like that with the packing house industry with meat. At one point, Sioux City was a booming town with, in 1900, we had the same size population as what Los Angeles did, or we had a bigger population in 1900 than what Los Angeles did. But hey, Los Angeles never really grew until after World War II. But, a lot of service guys who went to fight in the Pacific, left through Los Angeles and whatever, and loved it out there, and moved out there after World War II. But anyways, I'm talking about you, Agnews. I know your old man come from Philly, so Rick Agnew took me home to his parents one time, and I met his old man, and I met his mom, and I loved his old man. Old fucking tough guy, steel worker from Philly, Iron Workers Union or whatever from Philly, and I like that kind of guy. But anyways, Sioux City was just kind of at one time booming place or whatever, but over the years, packing houses, the meat industry is consolidated. Now basically you have 3 or 4 names that control all the beef in the country. You basically have one name that controls all the pork in the country, and that one name is actually Chinese owned, Smithfield. Basically Smithfield controls all the and then there's just a couple names in the chicken, or Tyson just bought out Foster Farms, so that's all consolidating. But like the big packing house in my town, like I'm actually from the Nebraska side of the river. The big packing house in my town, Iowa Beef, they got bought out by Tyson years ago. Like Tyson, JBS. There's only a handful. Smithfield, those are only a handful of people controlling the entire meat industry, and so Sioux City's declined because of that. From the consolidation and whatever. So, sorry for the history lesson on Sioux City. You're tuning in to hear about punk rock, and the reason I bring all this stuff up is because the socioeconomics of it all ties really heavily into punk rock. That despondent, no future sort of shit that you heard in the Sex Pistols, or the whole nihilistic apathy you hear, like if you watch Decline of Western Civilization, all those bands from the Circle Jerks to Black Flag to Fear, they all had this nihilistic sort of apathetic, why bother sort of attitude, and and that was prevalent in the Sioux scene. We watched her parents bust their fucking asses in the packing houses, and because they didn't know how to react to it. A lot of them turned to alcohol, and there was a lot of divorce, and like most everybody I knew from going to King's Court come from fucked up, bad family life, broken home sort of shit that nobody ever talked about it, but it was there, and so. I mean, in a way, we were all kind of survivors. I mean, the fucked up thing about King's Court, like, I mean, it was kind of like, the Lost Boys, kind of, like, here's a bunch of kids. No, it was more like Lord of the Flies. It was a bunch of kids trying to fucking raise each other because, our parents were fucking checked out and didn't care. And I mean, what kind of parent lets their fucking teenage kid go to a fucking punk rock club that cops are afraid to go into? So, it was like Lord of the Flies, basically. And, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like, those were my friends. I look forward to seeing, like, I mean, Dan Viss and Rick Rector, and I look forward to it week after week. And it wasn't weekly; it was like every other week we had a show. But, anyways, Sioux, I talked about in the Kid Death video, we had a plethora of cool local bands, bands I dug, and but we were like an hour and a half from Omaha, and like 2 hours from Lincoln, and we would get a lot of Lincoln and Omaha bands coming, and then we also got a lot of bands coming down from Minneapolis. And back then, before they expanded Highway 75 and Highway 60 and 169 four-lane, it took 5.5 hours to come from Minneapolis, because you had to go through every fucking town, and every town had 1 or 2 stoplights and or stop signs, and but now they bypassed, and you can get from Sioux to Minneapolis in like 4 hours and 20 minutes, and it ain't bad now. But band I want to talk about today, I'm going to do a twofer for you, because I got 2 45s, but the first one I want to talk about is it's the same band, but it's a band from Omaha called Mousetrap. Mousetrap, they had a couple different drummers, or a few different drummers over the years, but the essence of Mousetrap is Craig on bass and Pat on guitar, vocals, and Mousetrap would come around to King's Court quite a bit, man. And I got to be friends with those guys. When I left to go to college, I did my freshman year at the University of Nebraska, and they would play down in Lincoln all the time. Like I ended up in Omaha a lot to shows, just because nobody, my parents didn't fucking care, and I just would drive to Omaha to see bands or whatever. But anyways, so Mousetrap, just fucking killer driving. They definitely had their own thing going on, and some weird, like, grindy sort of just really intense, kind of reminiscent of Big Black stuff going on. You'll hear that in the second song I'm going to play in this video, called Wired. But also there's some just great punk and roll, and there's some punk pop sensibilities stuff going on. They had a whole package going on where they were fun. They were engaging. You wanted to watch them. So, they were always fun. I remember when I was a freshman at University of Nebraska, they were playing at Duffy's had a bar in Lincoln, and then like 2 doors down, they had a coffee shop called Cafe Shakes or Cafe Do Shakes or something. And so, like, they were playing an all ages show at this coffee, and I was only 17 as a freshman, and so I was seeing a girl. I'd seen a girl like 2 or 3 times, once or twice, I don't know, and I said, "Hey, this band I really like, I'm friends with these guys. They're playing at this club. Let's go." And like, she wasn't my girlfriend. I'd just been out with her, gone out with her a couple times, and so we go to see fucking Mousetrap at Cafe Shakes, and she fucking leaves with Pat. And I don't blame her. Pat's a good-looking guy. He always was. Pat was a charming, good-looking guy who, he could get the girls, and so. But yeah, here I am, fucking taking a date to see Mousetrap, and my date fucking goes home with the lead singer and guitar player. But first 45 we got here, Mousetrap, pulled out the Poly. I don't think you're going to get these, but Craig a couple years ago put everything on Bandcamp for digital upload. So if you dig this shit, I'll put a link in the description so you can get a digital copy. But just basic fold over sleeve, nothing fancy. On the back we got a negative picture of the band, and Superkool on the A side, Foo Bar on the other. This was recorded at 1 Hour Records down in the old market in Omaha. If you ever get to Omaha, the old market's pretty gentrified these days, like most commercial shopping areas are, but there's still a few gems down there. But anyways, and then the other one I'm going to play is Wired, and it's off of this 45. Same sort of deal here. This just paper folded over. We got, that's your A side cover. Here's your B side cover. And did I show you the vinyl on the other one? Hang on. I don't think I did. Let me pull that out as soon as I get that in the sleeve. But I always thought this was cool. This isn't really clear. It's got a little green tinge to it, like Coke bottle. Like the old glass Coke bottles. They had a little bit green in it. Super cool fucking 45. Dig it. So, I'm going to play you 2 songs here. I hope you fucking dig it. Superkool first, and then I'm going to go back and play you Wired. Like I said, you can't get these. I don't think. I don't think anybody's fucking got these. If Craig or anybody's got them, maybe Gary Dean over there at Speed Nebraska Records might have a few. If you guys see this video and somebody says, "Fuck, I got a bunch of these in the basement" or whatever, say something in the comments, and put a link where somebody could Venmo you some money and get you a copy, get them a copy of this. So bulk records sitting in somebody's basement don't do anybody any good. So it works well when us collectors and music fans in general can get them. So anyways, if you like what I'm doing here, like the video and subscribe. And sorry for the long rambling about the history of Sioux City. I think some of that socioeconomic stuff is important to understand why and the what's up and all that sort of stuff. So, anyways, here's Superkool and Wired, and tell us what you think in the comments. Thanks.
Anything gets in our way, we smash it good. Destroy, oh boy, destroy, oh boy.
Words are just something that make you think obtusively.
Anything gets in our way, we smash it good. Destroy, oh boy, destroy, oh boy. I'm a sped boy. We are no greater than the sum of our words. No greater, no smaller. Anything gets in our way, we smash it good. Destroy, oh boy, destroy, oh boy. I'm a sped boy. This is the language of the non-elitist now broke the world. This is the language of the non-elitist now has the world.
Language is the structure of conscious thought. To destroy rational thought, we derange our language, changing the laws, destroying the duality to further empower the elite chosen few.
I have more power in this hand